You may want to keep an eye on your bank account right now in 2026, as some unusual bank account activity has been reported and things have also changed since the beginning of the year, and this is catching a lot of people off guard, which is what I want to bring to your attention in this video, especially if you are somebody living on a relatively low income or maybe a fixed income, like what I often talk about here on the channel, like all those benefits administered by Social Security, whether it's retirement, SSDI, survivor, spousal, SSI, VA, RRB benefits, any of those. Well, with what's going on right now and this unusual bank activity, this could be a major situation for anybody living on a lower income or maybe even a fixed income benefit. I want to talk through some of the details for you here in this video, and I also do have this article right here. I'm going to pop this up on the screen in just a second so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're talking about right here. I'll pull out some of the key details within this, but as always, things are changing so much more recently. I think we're kind of having a hard time keeping up with some of the major changes that are coming out. And again, like I said, this is catching people off guard because we've never seen something like this before. But yet, since the rules have changed, they've implemented some of these different changes out there within banking and bank accounts. Therefore, this is something that's very, very new to people. And like I said, it could really, really disrupt and make a major situation for those people living on a very small amount of money. Anyway, let's pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details on this, but here's what's happening. Banks are spontaneously freezing bank accounts. Now, there's a variety of reasons why this may be happening, but suspicious activity, this is really what it comes down to, is mitigating risk and basically eliminating suspicious activity. So if somebody's activity within a bank account is maybe a little bit different than what it usually is, or whatever the situation happens to be, these banks may come in and freeze a bank account for 10, 14 days, maybe even longer, until they can do a manual review. Now, banks use automated systems and different security measures to oversee transactions and activity within bank accounts, and they may automatically freeze a bank account or maybe freeze transactions or anything to, again, mitigate risk because of all the fraud that is happening, right? Well, what they do with that then is they come in and have a human review the situation, right? So they review the transactions, they review the outgoing wires or whatever it happens to be, large lump sum payments that are going in or out. They may be monitoring all this because there's just so much fraud that is happening that they're really monitoring these things very, very closely right now. And because of some of the rules that have changed as of the beginning of the new year, these banks may not need to be as worried about, well, customers coming in and maybe suing them or doing something because of this activity. The rules have now changed where banks can come in and they can freeze these accounts indiscriminately to make sure that somebody is not basically getting taken advantage of and having that money transferred out, or maybe, a scammer coming in and talking that person into wiring 10 or 20 or 50 or $100,000 or some huge amount of money. So what they're doing is they're basically just trying to do this to safeguard basically all of us, well, everybody, not just in particular lower income or fixed income beneficiaries, but virtually everybody. Now, the reality behind this is the majority of the people that they're really censoring and that they're really watching closely are seniors. Yeah, exactly. Seniors are on this list that banks are scrutinizing in a major way because, I'm just going to say it, this may not be a popular thing to say, but seniors are typically those individuals that are targeted and focused on by scammers because the mentality is and the reputation is a lot of times seniors typically have money. I mean, not always. I know that's not the case for everybody, but the reputation among seniors is that they typically have quite a bit of money. And again, I know that's not true for everybody, but that's the reputation that's out there. And at a minimum, whether somebody is a senior and has a whole bunch of money sitting in the bank or not, they also know, these individuals, scammers, the fraudsters, they also understand as well that these individuals, as in seniors, typically also have recurring sources of income through maybe like a pension or maybe annuity payments or maybe Social Security payments or any benefits like that coming into their bank account. So they know that they have these recurring sources of income that hit their accounts every single month. Well, guess what they try to do? They try to come in and intercept that money or try to take that money right out of their account as it's coming in at the same time. So point being is that we've seen this unusual activity where banks may come in and they may freeze accounts because they see what they determine as suspicious activity. They freeze the account, and then guess what happens? The account holder, the person that owns the account that has all that money there, may not have access to that money at all for quite a while during the freeze. What that means is that no bills are being paid, rent isn't being paid, utilities aren't being paid, the mortgage isn't being paid, medical bills may not be getting paid, the person may not have access to their debit card or to pay a credit card bill or something like that, and that could be a major financial situation for these individuals that are just trying to live their life, doing nothing wrong, and the bank is stepping in trying to protect the individual because they may see some weird, suspicious activity on the account. They come in, they freeze the account for some unspecified amount of time. Again, it could be a couple days, it could be a couple weeks, it could be even longer to go through that manual review, simply because we are seeing so much fraud across the system and so many people losing tons of money. I can't tell you how many stories that I read every single week. It's a lot, by the way. I'm not even sure. A lot of stories that come out and say, senior loses $600,000 or senior loses $1.5 million. Senior loses $50,000 or some crazy high numbers. It's like, oh my gosh, that's like their entire retirement that they need to live on, and it's gone because of some of these situations like this. Well, banks obviously are stepping in, trying to do anything that they possibly can to safeguard the individuals. Now, I want to be clear about this. It's not just seniors that they're focusing on, but seniors are one of the major groups that they're focusing on, simply because, like I said earlier, seniors happen to be some of the individuals that they're focusing on and that they're targeting because of the reputation that most seniors have, which is they have money, they have a bank account that has a bunch of money into it, and if they don't have any money, and that's the reality for a lot of people, is that they at least have a lot of times ongoing recurring monthly payments that are coming in, deposits, again, pensions, annuities, whatever it happens to be, interest-bearing accounts, right, that maybe have a bunch of money sitting in them, Social Security payments, investment accounts, brokerage accounts, whatever it happens to be, and they're trying to get access to those. It's a nasty situation that we're living in right now, and unfortunately, it's probably only going to get worse with the implementation of AI and the cloning and the voice cloning and how sophisticated these things are getting. Realistically, it may only get worse going forward, which is a really sad situation because I'm not sure about you. It seems like everywhere you turn these days, everything is a freaking scam. Is it just me? Or does it seem like everything is just being a scam now? It's just like ridiculous. Everything. Like, I don't trust anything anymore. Like, I get an email, I get a phone call, I get a text message, I get some random thing, right? It's like, yeah, that's not real, right? I mean, I'm not sure about you if I'm just turning into like one of these people, but it just feels like everything is just like a phishing scam these days, right? Anyway, please protect yourself to all degrees if you possibly can. And just want to do what I can to point this stuff out for you and just let you know what's going on out there. It is a very different time. This is not the 90s anymore. This is not the 80s anymore, right? This is the 2026s at this time, and it's getting very, very elaborate and very, very sophisticated with what they're doing now. Anyway, just want to do what I can to help you out. Now, if you happen to be somebody that is already enrolled in Medicare, if you need to enroll in Medicare, if you're turning 65, if you hate your plan, if you feel like your plan does not properly cover you, if you feel like you're paying too much, if you feel like your prescriptions are not covered, you can't see your doctor, can't go to your office, your clinic, your hospital system, whatever it happens to be, if you're not happy with your Medicare plan, please grab your Medicare card, grab your phone, call Chapter right there. About 10,000 plus of you in this community have called them just in the last year. A couple thousand of you so far this year have already called them, collectively saving over $2 million right there by calling that free phone number. You can see it for yourself. Free Medicare help, right? Just those of you in this community collectively saving over $2 million just in the last 1 year alone over $2 million. Over 10,000 of you in the last year have called them. Over 2,000 of you this year have called them so far, just calling that number, getting free Medicare help. It's absolutely amazing. Again, I have pages and pages and pages of comments here. I'll flick through them super fast as I'm talking for a minute. These are just the comments I pulled out of the comment section just in the last, call it, 2 months or so, give or take a little bit. Pages and pages and pages of comments, people saving a boatload of money. The average person is saving over $1,000 by literally calling the phone number that you see there, getting free help with their Medicare. Again, over $1,000 of average savings. Amazing stuff. And again, these are not even all the pages of comments I have. These are just some of them. I still have pages I've not even added to my stack yet. Anyway, if you're on Medicare, need to enroll in Medicare, any of the details on Medicare, please call Chapter, see what they can do for you. My secret little goal by the end of this year is to help those of you in this community collectively save $10 million that is supposed to be in your pocket, not in the pockets of the insurance providers. Anyway, give them a call. Again, it's free, 100% for free. After you talk to them, drop a comment down below. Let me know how it goes. I'll add your comment to my stack here. Just make sure to use the keyword chapter within your comment. That's the keyword that I search for to find these comments. I'll grab it, I'll add it to my stack, and I'll feature it in upcoming videos. Otherwise, please consider subscribing. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Otherwise, until next time, have a nice day. Take care, and I'll catch you later.